Long hair over 50? Absolutely. Gone is the old adage that you can't have hair past your shoulders after 40. Today's woman can wear any length hair at any age, and I love wearing long hair. But it is true as we age, especially as we're approaching or going through menopause, that there are a lot of different changes, both to our body and our hair. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 really easy tips on things that you can do to keep your hair looking healthy as we age. Hi, my name is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lisa Monique Beauty, where we cover all things in beauty and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. So if you haven't done so already, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel and go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help a small channel like mine grow, so any assistance is really appreciated. So let's get right into the video. I'm going to do 2 things today. I'm going to talk about 3 really simple tips that you can do to improve the health and texture and thickness of your hair. And then I'm also going to do a demonstration on how I style my hair and how I get it cut. Because I did just get a haircut yesterday, and I'll tell you, what I tell my hairdresser to get this long layered look. Okay, first, the 3 tips. Really simple. Tip number 1 is to eat more protein. We all know the changes that happen in our body as we approach menopause due to the hormone fluctuations, the loss of estrogen, and everything else. So we lose bone mass, we lose muscle mass, and our hair, the texture gets thinner, and all these crazy things are happening. And eating more protein can help counteract these effects. So the normal minimum requirement or recommended daily allowance is 0.35 grams of protein per pound of your body weight. So roughly a third of your body weight. So that works great in your 20s and 30s and 40s. But as we are approaching menopause, we actually need to increase our protein consumption. So doctors say about 0.45 to 0.55 grams of protein per pound of body weight. And so I just went right in the middle, 50%. So just take your body weight, knock it in half. That's about how many grams of protein you should be eating. Now, it seems pretty easy to get if you eat really well and have a great diet, but let's say a 3-ounce chicken breast is approximately 16 grams of protein, and you eat 2 chicken breasts or a small chicken breast at lunch and then maybe a little bit of something else at dinner, and you're still lacking in a lot of protein unless you're eating a lot of other protein-rich foods. Now, I will get really into this in my health video that I'm going to do next month on how I'm trying to stay healthier in my 50s. But the bottom line is really simple to do. Just start increasing your protein. You can add protein powder to a shake if you feel like you just can't eat more meat or eggs or other protein-rich foods, lentils if you're vegan. There's a ton of them out there, but most of us aren't even meeting our RDA, which is really sad. So definitely try and up it a little bit and see if in a few weeks you don't notice a difference in your hair. The second thing you can do is really condition your hair. So my hair does not do well with like a heavy, deep conditioner. When I put a deep conditioner in my hair, because it's not color treated or anything like that, it tends to coat my hair just a little bit too much, and then it's really flat for like 2 or 3 shampoos. It really doesn't do well. So I have been doing an egg and coconut oil hair mask, and it has really worked wonders. So you just take 1 egg, I take mine out in the day to make it room temperature, and then 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and you whip it all together and apply it to your hair and leave it in for about 30 minutes. Now, what's very important when you rinse it with cool water because you don't want to cook the egg in your hair with hot water. So definitely make sure that you rinse it out with cool water, and you will notice an immediate difference in your hair. The egg white, besides stimulating your hair follicles, so hopefully increasing hair growth, they also bond to the protein in your hair, or so I've read. I do know that it makes my hair feel smoother and the cuticle feels flatter. So it's supposed to bond with the proteins in your hair and make your hair stronger. And then the coconut oil, it has caprylic acid, which also stimulates your hair growth and it protects it from breakage and dryness. So I really do encourage you to try the egg and coconut oil hair mask, or another hair mask. There are a lot of things you can add to an egg mask to give it more moisture, especially if you have really dry ends. You could add avocado, you could add some jojoba oil. anything like that. But definitely check out some home remedies if you haven't found a commercial hair mask that you like. Okay, and then tip number 3 is to really baby your hair. And one of the things you can do is switch to a sulfate-free shampoo. Now, I really did rebel against that advice because I really like my shampoo. I was using Pantene Pro Volume shampoo and conditioner for years and years, and I just like the way my hair styled after that. But then I did notice, in the last couple of years, the ends were starting to get just a little drier. So I did switch to another Pantene shampoo. It's their Rose Water shampoo and conditioner, and it is sulfate free. It is also a lot smaller container for the same price as my big, large Pro Volume shampoo. But it really does clean my hair really well. It still gives me volume. It doesn't weigh it down. But I also did notice my ends getting softer. I definitely think that eliminating the sulfates, especially if you color treat your hair, because they can really strip the color, and then you have to color more often, which then damages your hair more often. So I do feel like switching to a gentler shampoo and conditioner is another way you can protect your hair as we age. Speaking of protecting hair, you can also use a heat protector. So this Sunbum one, you have to shake it up. This is one, you can use it as a regular heat protector. I spray it on my hair before I go to the beach because the sun, even though I don't get into the water, the sun and just even the salt spray in the air, I think really damages the hair. So I do use a heat protector to protect my hair when I'm at the beach. I also like the Chi 44 Iron Guard. On the rare occasions that I do use a curling iron or a flat iron, I used to not use anything, but again, I'm trying to baby my hair more, protect it more, especially on the ends, so I do enjoy using that heat protector. But those are just 3 simple things you can do, and try them for a couple of weeks and see if you don't notice your hair getting healthier, shinier, and see some of the same results that I have. Okay, next we are going to show you how I style my hair. Okay, so I did just get my hair cut yesterday, and so it does have that kind of new cut look. It takes, I don't know, maybe a day or 2 before my hair starts feeling normal again. Maybe the ends are too healthy right now. But I am going to tell you first, before I show you how I style it, what I tell my hairdresser. So I have a picture of my hair before I cut it. Okay, so we're going to just look at my hair before. It's definitely got a lot of sun streaks in it, and but it's so dry. And then as far as how my hair falls, see, here's my shortest layer way down here, and I like it to be up around here. Just want to see if you could see the back, how the layers go in the back. So they're pretty long still in the back too. And then this is kind of just my natural wave in my hair. I just air dried it, brushed it and air dried. I haven't blow dried it. I ended up cutting off about 2-3 inches because it had been since January since I got my hair cut last because I was out of town. So what I do, and I tell my hairdresser to cut my hair the same way, I have her take my shortest layer and I want it to be just under my chin. And so I tell her to cut it from the chin down, but I don't want it to go back. I want it to go down. So it's almost sheared down like this as opposed to like a diagonal cut like this, because I want all these layers to frame my face. And I can curl them if I want to. Also, then I tell her to take the same layers and then blend it through the back so that I still have some long layers in the back. What I don't want, which when I go to a different hairdresser, this is what they sometimes do. They almost make a chunk, like long layers, and so they just cut it and then it doesn't really blend. I end up with this like missing piece of hair like right here. So I love my hairdresser because she does it just right. Just a real shallow blend into the rest of my hair. And then I can do product with it. I can curl up my layers if I want. If I blow dry it or hairspray it, I can pump a lot of volume in it if I want to for the evening. During the day, I tend to just blow dry it or air dry it and leave it for the day. It's pretty simple. I don't spend a whole lot of time fussing with my hair. I do have pretty good hair texture, and it tends to style pretty easy in the direction that I want. So we'll go ahead and I will just come back with wet hair and show you really quick, because it is really quick, how I style my hair. Okay, so I had to wash my hair. I couldn't just rinse it because I did have some products in it. But I was thinking of a couple other things that you can do that I've started to do, just didn't think about it for the video, to baby your hair. One of them is use cooler water when you're washing your hair. Don't wash it in such hot water. And the second is don't wash it every day. If you don't need to wash your hair every day, especially again if you're color treated, then skipping every other day, every third day, obviously is a lot better for your hair. So I first just brush through my hair with just a regular plastic bristle brush. And then the first thing I do is I dry my bangs. My hair dryer of choice, and I literally have bought these for all my kids. I buy them for my condo. I'm going to replace this one. I dropped it and lost the little plastic piece that goes on the end. But it is the Conair Infinity Pro, and you can get it at Target. Even without this end piece, it doesn't suck my hair in like other hair dryers do, which is why I like it. But it's kind of heavy, or it's heavier. So I like the weight, and it gives a lot of air. So I really like this. I'm gonna show you. First, I just do my bangs. And I have to go kind of back and forth because I have little cowlicks in my bangs. So if I let them air dry, they'll go like this. They'll be like a C. They go like this. They curl this way. So I definitely have to go back and forth to get them to lay straight. Usually during the week, I will just air dry my hair till it's almost dry, and then I will switch to the Revlon one-step styling brush. But I'm going to use a hair dryer to get all this extra moisture out of my hair. Now, at one time, I used to flip my hair over, and I would do this first step, getting all the moisture out of my hair, with my hair upside down to get more lift at my roots. But since I started getting grays, when I would flip back up, the grays would stick straight up in all directions. The rest of my hair would go back down. And I just had a really hard time getting my grays to lay flat and blend in with the rest of my hair. So I did switch how I dry my hair now, and I do it more with a lifting action as I'm going through my hair. I kind of get most of the weight, most of the water off of the roots so it's not weighed down, and then I just kind of lift it at the scalp and at the roots to try and create volume. I also don't brush my hair while I'm getting all this extra moisture out. When it's almost dry, I'll run a brush through, but I don't want to smooth all my cuticle down right now because I like just a little bit of texture and lift in my hair, and I find if I'm not brushing it straight as I'm blow drying it, it gives me just a little bit more volume at the roots. Now, when my hair is almost dry, but still damp enough to use the Revlon one-step hair dryer. This gets pretty hot. I don't know if you've ever used it, but it makes my hair really hot. Just note when I'm going through my hair how I am holding it at the roots with the short side up close to the roots, and I'm holding it for a few seconds and trying to get a little bit of lift at the base of my hair. I also try and hold it right around my ears just to get a little bend there because that's where I like the bend in my hair. Okay, so that's it. It's pretty straightforward. I don't normally put any product in my hair, just for day-to-day blow drying and running around. At night, when I might want a little bit more volume, I do like to add the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray. This one's empty now. I need to get another one, but I do really like how it can give you just, again, a little more lift right here. I also like the Big Sexy Hair Spray and Play hairspray, as well as the Freeze It Mega Freeze hairspray. So this one's drugstore, it might be at Walmart. This one is at like Ulta. I love both of those hairsprays, but just day to day when I'm running around the house, I just wear it like this. And that's it. It's really simple. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. I hope you learned something from my tips on what you can try to keep your hair thicker, healthier, more luxurious as we age. And if you want to see how I did my hair last year when I actually was still using a curling iron and had a little bit shorter layers, I will go ahead and put that video here. So you can check that out, how I did my hair over a year ago. And I wore it that way for about 10 to 15 years. So this longer, straighter look is definitely just my 2020, now 2021 hairstyle. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. So glad you're here, and we will see you next time.